Dear Mama, things can never add up to the love of you. As she sways with her geeky walk so cool, I love her. Everything I do is for her too. When I go to college in 2 years, I will take her with me, in my heart, in my mind, and my spirit. And we shall stand tall together, so free. She was my cuddler when I was down and cold. God always has us. She called me her miracle baby, yet she didn't know she was my only lady. The #1 girl that made my blood flow. In her arms, the world would stop. As we cried about her cancer and kept hugging. I remember she ran on the field when I was hurt. All I did was give her my Kool-Aid smirk. Made her laugh and giggle. Every moment spent with my mommy is a ball, even when the times we fought and all. She's forever my love and never over, as we drove in our busted Range Rover. I love you, Mommy, with all my heart. Even death couldn't keep us apart.
Terrel Hunt was born in August of 1993 in New York City, but due to health risks, his mother Katrina had to put her life on the line for Terrel to begin his.
In the beginning, she was told she wouldn't be able to have children. She had a lot of surgeries in the early part of her life. So Terrel was the miracle baby, truly a miracle baby. He was her reason for living. And she wanted to be, from day one, the best mother she could be.
Terrel had love at home, you know, with his mom. And the great thing is that's his motivation as he pushes forward.
She was my mom and my dad, you know. She was great because she taught me, when I grow older, you're gonna realize, you know, this is what you have to take care of in school first, no matter what. Sometimes I'm like, just like, man, I don't wanna write this paper right now. I would rather go out and play the game. And then I hear her in the back of my mind, boy, you better do that paper, you know? So it definitely helped me a lot, and I feel a push all the time.
And everything he does it truly just to give his mom the accolades to say she was a good woman and she was even a better mom.
The depth of their bond would soon be put to the test as the family received tragic news.
Katrina started crying, and immediately it got his attention.
Right then and there, I already knew, like, something was wrong. And then she said I have cancer, and the first thing in my head was, man, my mom's not gonna be around for much longer, you know?
Only 48 years old, Katrina was diagnosed with ovarian cancer and immediately began chemotherapy.
When I first heard it, I was just angry. I was angry at the world, angry at everybody. So when she first told me, I was like, I don't want to hear it, and just ran out the house.
Not to say he didn't think it was serious in the beginning, but more that it became a reality of, it looks like things is changing, you know. She had some bad days, and when she had those bad days, he would come in the house and just fall right on the sofa with her, you know. Or she'd sleep, he'd just climb in the bed with her.
Whenever I used to visit the hospital, she would always like make sure she'll hop up, make sure her wig is nice and everything, and always smile. And it was hard for me because you go from looking at your mom as Superwoman, and then you see her hurt, and you realize, like, man, she might not be here much longer. But she always made sure that she didn't look weak. She always wanted to look strong and let her know that everything's gonna be all right.
I don't know if with me, I would say Terrel kind of hid some of the pain just to deal with it, to be able to go on, because he was a very strong kid throughout the process.
On January 31st, 2010, Katrina lost her battle with cancer.
I just told my aunt that I really wanted to go see her, you know, and my aunt was like, no, she needs rest. So I went anyway, and that was the last time I actually heard her speak.
And for the first time in my life, I didn't know what to do for him. And I was so scared because I knew she was everything to him.
It was real tough because, like, not having your mom able to speak to you, you know, and not knowing that was the last day she was gonna talk to you was real hard.
He even in his pain, I could just assume was hearing his mom say it's gonna be all right.
I ran out the hospital, and it was actually a butterfly, you know, flying around me. is kind of like an angel to me. It's not just a regular insect that people see. It's kind of like an angel, and it lets me know that she's there and she's watching, she's always around.
But before she passed away, Katrina made one last wish for her beloved son.
And she says, and he has to go to Syracuse. And it'll be done, Trina. That's what's going to happen.
Terrel made good on his mom's wishes. After starring at Christ the King, he earned a scholarship to Syracuse University.
Really, just the big atmosphere, seeing everything and seeing everybody. And my mom really loved that statue back there, Ernie Davis statue. And also, she liked how the coaches were really, they weren't just about coaching, it was about a family and getting to know their players before even bringing them in. They built a real good bond with her that also helped me, like it even more, because I felt like I wasn't actually leaving home, I was just coming back to a second home.
And he goes, Auntie B, what do you think? And so I said, what do you think about what? And he goes, I really, really want to do Syracuse. I was like, there's no choice. What do you mean? This is not a conversation, So he laughed about it, and that was it. It was conversation closed. Nothing else mattered. He was there. And it was from that day on, he went on to committing to Syracuse. It was without another word spoken.
She definitely prepared me for when the time was right. I guess she didn't know she was going to pass away, but when the time was right, I was ready.
Aside from the physical aspect of football, Terrel has found an emotional way to cope in poetry.
Things just come to me. I think about the past a lot, and then whatever just flows in my mind, I write down, and then later on, I'll probably go and take it out or fix it, but usually when I'm just writing, I just let the words come to me. And sometimes I just sit and talk to her too, and I'll just know what she's gonna say back to me. Sometimes I ask her, or I'll just talk about the football season and how you think it's gonna go. And it sounds cliche, it sounds a little fake, but if you know your mom, you know what she's gonna tell you.
And anytime you start to feel sorry for yourself, you think about the day you've been given and the opportunity you have to go win the day. And it's extremely motivating, and it's great to see a young man like Terrel take advantage of that.
He's going through some times, and I tell him, I said, Terrel, it's not easy. People don't understand until they lose someone like that. I said, day to day you're gonna feel, and it's okay. That's your mom. That's your mom.
Terrel backed up Ryan Nassib for the past 2 seasons, but when spring came around this year, Terrel decided it was his time to lead the Orange.
The first day I was third string, and right then and there I was like, nope, that's gotta change. So going into the spring, I had a mindset, I had to be the first string quarterback, and I had to lead this team to wins and victories.
Terrel Hunt, and up the left sideline, Jared West the catch for a 49-yard touchdown.
After being a third string quarterback the first day, I had to talk with Coach Schaefer. I told him, Coach, I'm gonna be your starting quarterback, flat out. And he said, I like that. And that was just my mindset.
And I went up to him once a long time ago and I said, hey, you'd be a hell of a safety. He goes, no, Coach, I'm a quarterback. And then, when you see preparation meet opportunity is when a kid gets that chance. And I know his mom's looking down smiling at his progress here.
I usually wear a shirt underneath, and it's a picture of me and her when I was younger, and I was grabbing her face like this. And on the back is the poem that I wrote to her or whatever. But yeah, before the games, I just go to a little area, close my eyes, do this, and then look up at her and be like, I got you. And then that's it. Then I know that she has me, and we're good.
He will exceed as far as his life will take him, because he's just that determined to be the best for his mom.